Hey guys, welcome back to Marriages Restored in Faith. My name is Ray.
Hi guys, my name is Dora. We thank y'all for joining us today. And today is September 17, 2025. And it is Wednesday afternoon. We thank y'all again for joining us. And if you would like to subscribe and to follow us and to share our content, there is our platforms there that you can do that. If you would like to get a hold of us, the only way to do that is through our email. And that information is on the screen as well.
I'll go ahead and start off really quick and we'll go ahead and get started. I was listening to a video earlier and it was pretty much 45 minutes before it began.
45 minutes into the video
Yes,
before they
just
began?
talking about everything that they're going to talk about. And they never got to talking about what they wanted to talk about. So it was a waste of time. Also upset, and I even commented on there because I was really upset. So let me go ahead and go straight forward and tell you, look, if you are not one that likes critical thinking, I'll apologize right now. This is not the channel for you. We enjoy critical thinking. We want people that are critical thinkers. We do not want people that are just followers. And what do I mean? A critical thinker is going to look at all the evidence, everything that's out there, is going to try to determine what is fact and what isn't, is going to see everything that's there and question and want to look into it. I guess we are looking fuzzy again. I'm not sure what the deal is. Maybe it's because of what we're talking about. And that's what a critical thinker is. A follower, what you are seeing today, the masses, it is, I can't believe the amount of people that are just following what is being said, what is being broadcasted, what is being shown, what is being told, what is being reported. It's just, I'm going to operate on my feelings and I'm just going to follow the entire group. That it doesn't matter which direction they're going. That's the follower. A critical thinker is going to sit back and say, wait a minute, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to evaluate everything that's happening, everything that is being said, everything that is being reported, everything that is being told, no matter who the person is. If it's a major influencer that has 1 million followers, that critical thinker is going to say, okay, if this person has 1 million followers, it doesn't mean I'm going to hurry up and follow and take what they say. This is what we need to do today. We need to step back, take a breather, and not operate on emotions. People are, it is crazy what's going on out there right now. It is so disappointing to see these people that have a mass following leading people astray. It's sad. It really is sad. We have about 13 things to share with you. We have about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 videos to share with you, and the rest are articles. There is a lot more information that's going to come out. And I really wasn't going to talk about this. But it's just the amount of deception that's going on out there. We just have to. We have to bring it up. Because it hurts me so much to see people just falling for everything that is being said. The amount of man worship that is going on right now. It is... See... Okay, if you are a Christian, you are a true believer of Jesus Christ, and you always ask yourself, how is somebody going to take the mark of the beast? You're seeing it today.
Mm-hmm.
The mass following without stepping back, and you can ask a question and people will get angry at you. Let me start with this. I want to share 2 scriptures before we start sharing you all these videos and articles with you. Because I want you to see what the division is going on and the type of division that is going on. You have the people that are thinkers that are stepping back and say, wait a minute, let me question this. You have the people that are saying, wait a minute, what does the Bible say? And trying to warn the others, and the others are just running with it, and they're getting angry at you. Let me share Luke chapter 6, verse 26. Luke chapter 6, verse 26.
It says here, woe to you when all men speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets.
Really meditate on that scripture right now. Woe to you when all men speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. Keep that in mind as we move forward, what we're going to show you. Keep that in mind as you move forward and observing social media, observing the news, observing YouTube and everything else that's out there that's broadcasting all kinds of information. Pay attention to what is happening right now. Just observe everything. And then come back to this verse and see. Because right here, this is Jesus speaking. He is telling us, woe to you. To who? Everyone that is reading this.
Yes.
When all men speak well of you. What is happening right now?
Mm-hmm.
You are seeing the masses from all over the different countries. You are seeing movie stars. You are seeing politicians. You're seeing Christians. You're seeing non-Christians. You're seeing all walks of life coming and speaking well of this person.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. And God said, watch this, pay attention, because who did they speak well of? The false prophets. Why is that so important? Because let me share this other scripture with you, and that is John 15, 19. John 15, 19.
John 15, 19. If you were of the world would love its own. Yet because you are not of the world, but I choose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you.
Think of that. Meditate on this one as well. If you were of the world would love its own. Yet because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. Keep that in mind. When have we ever seen the politicians, the Hollywood people, I know people call them movie stars, and I just did as well, but all of them, when have you heard that they come together talking well of a person unless it's their own?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Unless it's their own.
Yeah, it's just really plainly how the scripture says here. If you were of the world would love its own.
Right there, it's plainly telling. This is Jesus again talking.
Mm-hmm. And he,
What?
sorry.
No.
And then he makes the statement after that. He says, "Yet because you are not of the world," meaning if you're not, being associated with what the world is doing, but I choose you out of the world. Therefore, the world hates you. So he says, if you are a follower of mine, the world is going to hate you, not glorify you.
Show me which politicians and which movie stars are truly followers of Jesus Christ. That aren't throwing signs of Illuminati. They're not throwing signs of the Freemasons. They're not throwing those occult signs out there. You see it all the time. They call themselves Christians, but yet they're throwing those symbols out there for everyone to see. And I don't want to throw any symbols right now because then people are going to freeze this video and say, see, Ray and Dora are part of the occult.
Wow. Keep your fingers.
That's why I'm going to try to keep my hands in a certain way and not do these occult symbols. We don't want to be associated that way. So you see right here, this is plainly, the scripture is so plain that is not being taken out of context. That if you see this happening, then they have to be part of this group, right? A group that, in fact, right here, the world. The world, what is the world? All these politicians, all these movie stars, you can see that they're all, the majority are part of the Illuminati. The majority are, if probably 99%, are part of that group. You can go to in fact, we have groups also in church, right? You go to church and there's a clique, there's another clique, and so on. You see it happening. But we are talking about this mega. It is so massive that it hurts to see it, because it has become man worship. When have they ever brought the name of Jesus in this magnitude?
Right.
You've never seen it. Now, this movement that you're seeing is using Christianity as I guess you would say an excuse or a reason, a front, a reason for coming together, saying that that's what it truly is. But let's go ahead and start sharing some articles and videos so you can see what I'm talking about. And I know some people, I'm going to lose some people here, and some people are going to walk away. Some people are probably going to get angry. But if you are a critical thinker, then you will take this and say, okay, I'm going to take what you're going to show me. I'm going to do my own investigation. I'm going to start looking into it. And I'm going to think about what is being shown and really take a step back and start investigating more of it than following the masses. So let's go ahead and go straight to it. If you can give me number 2. And you can go online. You can go, in fact, if you go to Instagram, I've heard this quite a bit. If you go to Erica's Instagram, I don't say do it right now, but do it after the video. Keep us on. Go on there and you're going to see a lot of symbols, a lot of Illuminati, a lot of Freemason symbols. I know people don't want to believe that because somebody says they're a Christian. Look at these symbols right here. And you may say, why are they throwing these symbols out? Why is everybody throwing the exact symbol? And somebody's going to say, well, this is part of the culture. This is part of the college that they're at. This is part of... No. This is intentional. Everyone has it facing the same way. Everybody has the exact same hand doing the same symbol. It's intentional. It's not by accident. They knew they were taking this photograph and this was being done. This is what's sad, is you have many pastors, you have many Christians just running with this. Not this part, but running with what happened. Why? Because they're going with your emotions. Instead of taking a step back and saying, wait a minute, let me start doing some investigation and see what really is behind what just happened. If it did happen. Let's go back to that too. What is this symbol? Anybody want to take a guess? What is this symbol? Let me share it with you. If you can give me number 1, and I'm going to show you what that symbol is, what it's for. Again, you can go do your own research and you can see this for yourself, and you will see what's going on here. You will see that there's a larger agenda, and it could have been a planned agenda from the very beginning. The devil's horn. That symbol is the devil's horn. Just keep an eye on it. Just think about that. Okay, let's keep going. Let me show you. If you can give me number 4. And then we'll get into the other stuff. And I want you to think about this. If you haven't looked into this, or maybe some people have already known the resume of Erica. So if you look at this resume, and then you go back to the video that she made, And there's many people asking, how could a spouse make a statement after her husband was just killed a couple of days later? And as you see right here, from New York City to China, Erica has worked in the entertainment industry as a model, actress, and casting director. Think about that. Casting director. Of course, this is all while remaining grounded in her Christian faith. Her both spirit and belief of God's guidance have propelled her to pursue various impactful ventures. Okay, what God? Because there's a lot of people say, "Well, God." Everybody can. There's people that, in fact, the occult says God, but it's not the God of the Bible. It's not Jesus Christ. It's not Jesus, and not the Lord. So keep that in mind of her being an actress. Think about that. So then she was in that group. Why do you think Hollywood is coming together?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think the politicians are all coming together? When have you heard them come all together for a Christian or a ministry or missionaries or pastors or just Christians in general that have been slaughtered in other countries?
Right.
When have they come together like that right now? Remember, Jesus said the world is going to love its own.
Yes.
We showed you the scripture.
Yeah, because you keep seeing all these tributes of the Hollywood and songwriters, and just constantly giving tribute to him right now.
Now, keep this in mind. Don't be surprised if they do this. Then the hat is out of the bag. If they say we're going to put a star in Hollywood for him, I'm just saying, if they say we're putting a star out there to memorize him, to memorialize him, to honor him, to do whatever, then that tells you, who do they put stars there for? Actors, right? Just a thought. It's not showing. Number 6. Oh, finally. Okay. Here you go. I wanted to share this with you, and the reason why, I'll explain right now. Mother accused of cutting her 5-year-old daughter's throat, putting a trash bag under the child's head, was acquitted of murder. During the assault, the child reportedly pleaded with her mother, saying, "I've been good," as she fought for her life. Think of this. I want you to really think of this. This is a mother doing this to her own daughter. Why did I bring this up? Because if people are this evil to do this, what makes you think they could be evil to push an agenda that they believe?
Yeah.
Think about that. What am I saying? If people are this evil to do this, what makes you think people will not push a certain agenda behind closed doors to manipulate and deceive the masses? Yeah. So let's keep going. Can you give me number 5? Now, this is a video. This is a gentleman showing you, okay, this is the exact same rifle, because, of course, the 3-letter agency said this is what happened. He put the rifle in his pants, and he walked across the street. But then they're saying he disassembled the rifle on the rooftop, put it in the bag, left, and then went to the woods and assembled it back together. So which is it? And then they're saying that he put the rifle in his pants and walked, but he's going to give you a good demonstration.
Killer's gun was, they say the killer's gun was 43 inches long, right? The Mauser gun, 43 inches. This gun is around 43 and a half, all right? 43 and a half. He said he walked. This was in his pants. So we're going to put it in my pants. We're going to see. I can walk with this in my pants. Okay, don't worry. I've already checked the chamber. There's nothing in there. Okay, here we go. Okay, all right. So this is in his pants. You like that, right? Here we go. This is how you be walking. Huh? I can't bend my leg. There's no way I can bend my leg. I'm gonna try. I'm trying to bend my leg. Completely straight. This is how you would walk. Which kind of seemed like on the video, right? But there's parts of the video where he bends his leg. I can't do it. Is he the shooter? No.
Here's another thought also. You know, we have all those spy cameras out there. We have all the technology, the advanced technology that we have in the sky. Why couldn't they really zoom in on the entirety of the place to really find out what happened?
Mm-hmm.
We have the technology. We have it. We have facial recognition. We definitely have facial recognition. You can tell every person that's been inside that area. We have it. So let's keep going. Let me show you number 7. And this really disturbs me, but then again, we see pastors, we see Christians fighting with other Christians that are telling them, wake up, take a step back, stop believing everything, wake up and stop man worshiping. And they're like, oh, we're not man worshiping, we're honoring him. You know, I had a coworker today say, you know what honor means? Honoring somebody is you do it that one day and that's it. That's an honoring and you're done with it. This has been going on for days and days and days and hours.
Yes, and unfortunately, it's going to keep going on.
This is my opinion. I believe that there will be a cult that's going to rise out of this. It's going to be a new cult. You're not going to be able to say anything about them whilst you're going to be, or you're seeing what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll share with you what's happening. Right here. Texas lawmaker wants to erect Charlie Kirk statue at state capitol. Think about that. They want to put a statue. Let's go back and ask that same question again. When have you seen politicians, movie stars, Christians, and non-Christians come together to put a statue of a man? Unless they were of the world. They won't put a statue of somebody who says, no, this is Jesus, and we're going to follow Jesus, period. This is what Jesus says. Not a politician, but a pastor, a Christian that says Jesus is the only way. I want you to really look at it. What is really happening? What's going on? Let's keep going. If you can give me number 8. And this is a video. So listen to this guy. And of course, people are getting so much hate because they're speaking up and they're saying, we have to ask questions. We have to think about it. And not just believe everything that is being relayed to us. All the information that's out there.
Is an actor, okay, starring in a movie, and now his character in that movie has just been killed off, okay? It's quite simple stuff, guys. It really is. I don't understand what people are not getting, okay? And yes, I did see the footage, and it did look very convincing. I must admit, it did. But like I've said before, with all these scare events and the ones that are coming up, they will look very convincing, even for us awakened ones, okay? They will. And we may even temporarily get plugged back into the matrix, okay? Until the penny drops and we can see it's all bollocks, and then we can pull ourselves back out again. That's how it's going to work, okay? But central casting, guys, central casting is absolute genius. You would never know, okay? They use things like AI, you know, skin suits, masks, voice modulation. You would never know. It's absolute genius what they do. It really is, okay? So, what's next on the agenda then? Because something's coming. I feel like it's going to be a big celebrity death, like somebody that we all know. I feel like that's on the agenda next. Stay tuned.
Keep in mind what he just said. What's next on the agenda? We're going to share that with you. I know what the other video was that I was sharing. If you go back and you listen to what the FBI director said, Kash Patel, that he said that he told Charlie Kirk, or he was mentioning Charlie Kirk, and I'll see you in Valhalla. Go look that up. There's an actual island name with that name. Go look it up. There's an island with that name, Valhalla, with the Vallha, I believe. Look it up, and you'll see that there's an island with that name. Just a thought. Just a thought, folks.
Somebody's gonna go raid that island.
Just a thought. And if you end up trying to go to that island and it's security that you can't go there,
Ding, 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 ding.
you might see other people there that they've taken out.
Taken out, yeah. They're in paradise.
Okay, let's keep going. If you can give me number 9. So remember what this guy said. And I've said that too. I've said there's got to be something big that's about to come, and the masses are going to follow. See, I just lost some more people. The masses are going to follow. It is so dangerous, and it really breaks my heart to see the amount of people falling for it. So we'll go ahead and play this one.
Why should Americans trust you to lead the country?
Well, I've gotten a lot of good on-the-job training in the last 200 days, but also say that the president is in incredibly good health. He's got incredible energy. And while most of the people who work around the president of the United States are younger than he is, I think that we find that he actually is the last person who goes to sleep. He's the last person making phone calls at night, and he's the first person who wakes up and the first person making phone calls in the morning. So, yes, things can always happen. Yes, terrible tragedies happen, but I feel very confident the president of the United States is in good shape, is going to serve out the remainder of his term and do great things for the American people. And if, God forbid, there's a terrible tragedy, I can't think of better on-the-job training than what I've gotten over the last.
So why would J.D. Vance say that? Saying that if God forbid there was a terrible tragedy, he's ready pretty much to take over. Why would he say something like that right there? Again, maybe there's nothing to this at all, but people have been noticing that Trump has this bruise on his hand. Now, I'm not saying that anything is going to happen, and I'm not trying to be political or anything like that. I just found this to be very bizarre that J.D. Vance would talk about this possibly happening. What do you think?
Just think about it. The way he said it, he gave you the hints. He gave you excuses of if something happened. He's the oldest one. Everyone that's under his administration is younger than him, but he's the last one to go to bed, and he's the first one to get up. He's always working. So could he have overly worked himself? Just think about it. If you thought what we see happen to Charlie Kirk, if it's true or if it's not, do you see what the masses are doing right now? Do you see the emotions of people? Mm-hmm. Do you see how they're fighting amongst each other, and then they're celebrating, trying to get people fired, trying to get people censored, and even trying to get people to go to jail? Think about that. Imagine the amount of man worship that is going on for Charlie Kirk. Imagine multiplying that to Trump. If something happened to Trump, think what would happen to the people that would rise up. At least I would think they would, because of seeing the history of what is going on right now, of seeing the effects that is happening on people. Think about that. And again, we're going blurry again, so of course YouTube and everybody else has access to try to get your video all messed up. So think about that. Do you think they're building these people up that are just following with their emotions to immediately react in a crazy way.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because people are turning on people. They're turning, on themselves. They're getting you to where if anybody is not believing or saying what you're saying, then they should be outcast. Something should happen to them. And that is not how it should be. That is not freedom of speech. Just like what we've always said, we do not believe, being harmful to one. No, that is not the way that God is teaching us. So if that person is saying something that is completely wrong, then that person has an issue.
Mhm.
That person has a heart issue. Then they have to see themselves in that aspect. But
Yeah, their heart issue was exposed.
yeah,
That's it. Now, unless they're making threats, that's a whole different story. Now,
Right.
that is actual offense that can be charged, that can be arrested for. But when somebody is just displaying their emotions and whatever, not their actual heart of how bad they are, that's it. Let me show you what I mean. Yeah, you can give me number 11. And this is happening all over. You can see it. Now, do I agree with what they're doing? Absolutely not. I don't agree with people saying, oh, that they celebrate somebody being killed. No, I don't agree with that. But at the same time, I'm not saying they should be fired, put in jail, completely taken away from society. No. But this is what's happening. Arkansas leftist Carrie Rollo, who destroyed a Charlie Kirk memorial in front of the Bentonville courthouse, has not only lost her job, but has also been evicted from her home and reduced to begging online for money, which no one has given her. Think about that. And people are celebrating. If you went on there on the comments, you would see how people are celebrating over this. The people themselves are taking each other's rights away.
Mm-hmm.
And the other ones are celebrating the rights being taken away. It's becoming a cult. If you don't agree with us, then we're going to silence you. We're going to ban you from society. We're going to take everything away from you. Think about that.
Yeah.
It's happening right before everyone's eyes. Let me keep going. Let me show you the man worship. If you can give me number 12. This is happening again all over the world. This is intentional. The enemy is enjoying himself. The demons are enjoying themselves. The people behind the scenes that are causing all this are enjoying themselves. Why? Because people are operating by emotions.
September 16th, 2025. I am in Incheon, South Korea at Douglas MacArthur or Freedom Park in Incheon, South Korea. Locals here have set up a memorial honoring the life of Charlie Kirk. Not too long ago, Charlie was actually here in South Korea for a speaking event. He visited this park around the same exact time that I'm here currently today.
Okay? And I know some people think there's nothing wrong with it. You can give me number 3. I know they're thinking, oh, there's nothing wrong with this. They're just honoring him. Honoring, again, is one thing. Worshiping is a different story. So we can put number 3 up there. I want you to see the merchandise that they already have for sale. Don't be surprised if you start seeing this merchandise out there being sold. Of course, it's being sold right now, but don't be surprised if people are actually wearing this. This is being sold at of course, you see the website that is being sold. Make America Charlie Kirk. Think about that. Make America Charlie Kirk. Can you show me the shirt? Now, why am I showing you the shirt? And of course, it says, we are all Charlie Kirk. I mean, seriously. What does that say?
Oh, it says
Here I am, Lord, send me.
Mhm.
And Charlie Kirk on there. Yeah. Telling you. There's some information out there that saying if you can look into Turning Point USA, that you will see that it is part of the Masons and part of the Mormons. If you look into it, and right here it says, "Never surrender." Love an American mother, and of course, there's a halo on top. Okay. If you are a Christian, then we all know there's not a halo over us, even if after we pass away, we don't turn into angels. We don't get a halo over us either. Again, just a thought of what really is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep going. Let me share with you another video. If you can give me number 10. The division that is happening right now is the division of people saying, listen up, stop worshiping man, because the Bible clearly tells us not to worship man. And then there's the other side that's saying, we're not worshiping man, we're honoring him, we're doing this, and before you know it, you're in that rabbit hole, and there's no getting out. Let me share this other one.
Yet again, another video on this Mason, victim. But this video isn't for any of you who are sympathizing or crying or sad. This is for those of you on the fence and you're not quite sure what to believe. This will be your tipping point, I promise. You see, I've shown all their symbolism and all their threes, and even how he says CC when he's giving the 3-3 symbol. And yes, that's supposedly the guy that did this. And keep in mind what I said about Masons. You see, I've done a video in the past talking about how someone was fakely and became someone else, Don King. He was a pacifist. He was a fight promoter. They love duality. Now I'm going to show you this video, which has actual evidence about this. So if you can wrap your head around the fact that they would fake his, maybe you will see the truth in the most recent false flag. Dang. Remember, I keep saying the Masons, the 3 Masons who love this symbol as well, because it looks like their symbol. Enjoy the show. If you're not ready to watch me take him from an absolute hero to an absolute zero, I wouldn't keep watching. Let's first take a look at the supposed greatest speech of the 20th century. And look at the little symbol at the bottom of that. That's a funny symbol. Do you know what it is? Well, you can see that that symbol belongs to these guys. And those guys have their hands very deep in distorting our reality and presenting us with things that aren't true, and providing heroes when they're ready to provide us one of their heroes. False idols who die. Member himself is quoted as saying, when the people need a hero, we shall supply him. And supply him they did. But their goal isn't to supply a real hero. Their goal is to supply someone that is going to help further the divide that they want between us all. And divide he did. And well, when they were done using him to divide us enough, they had to take him out. But you see, they don't really take him out. They just pretend to take him out to cause further divide, to upset people more and to control people's minds more. And well, they just insert him a little later down the road. And in his case, they didn't even change his last name. MLK to Don K. That's Don King, the fight promoter, the Mike Tyson fight promoter. And hey, that's a funny symbol he's doing. I wonder what that means. I wonder what that means. You see, these guys, They like duality. It's why they like the black and white checkered floor, because it represents duality. And you want to see the duality in this? He was a pacifist and didn't want people fighting. He just wanted them arguing amongst each other.
Though that the best way to deal with the dilemma that we face in this country is through nonviolent resistance. And
what better way to have duality with a non-violent pacifist than to transition him to a literal fight promoter?
I think boxing is the last vestige of the free enterprise system. It's the only business in the world that I know that a guy totally uneducated can become a millionaire. And if he has good common sense, he can then hire sense, in order to have longevity.
But you're still not convinced that this king, this king,
That's ridiculous.
Look alike and looking dumbfounded alike and smiling alike.
Ridiculous, Tyler.
And moving and speaking alike. And one morphing seamlessly, perfectly into the other.
Cosmetic nose surgery.
Of their chin still isn't enough for you. Well, you know I come packing heat. Because whether you realize this or not, I don't do these unless I find my smoking guns. And you can act different, and you can talk different, and you can even try to move different. But even when you remove facial markings, there's going to be some sort of remnants, especially when they're big, noticeable marks like that would kind of probably leave some sort of hole in your face. But as you guys know, I don't really do this to be serious. It's all for entertainment. I don't really think there's some sort of elite club that you and I aren't in that is secretly running things behind the scenes, all in an effort to get people to do everything they can.
Cool symbol,
worship
Mike.
Someone.
Cool symbol.
And not the other. All for entertainment purposes only. I know.
And yeah, you still think that's just a comfy way to hold your hands. And that means, okay, have a listen to this. Thanks to my subscriber, Rose, again, who's on fire lately. She found this little nugget on this Mason, who has a lot of you fooled because she talks about science isn't real. Maybe the earth is flat. Well, yeah, that's how she hooks you in and makes you go a different way with other things. Have a listen.
Those of you who think that you are going to replace Charlie Kirk, okay? Kings are born. You don't just get to depose and tell us that we're going to follow this individual, okay? I'm one of the Masons of Turning Point USA.
Excuse me?
You
Baking
put
powder?
a shill. I'm one of the Masons of Turning Point USA. I'm one of the Masons of Turning Point USA. You put a shill in Charlie Kirk's chair.
Do you not see it? Do you really not see it? Do you not see that she is trying to sound like us, saying shill? But like, oh, she's calling people shills. She's got to be one of the good guys. No, she's on the TV. If you're on the TV, you're part of this club, plain and simple. And your brains are being manipulated by trauma-based mind control because then you are overridden by emotion and you can't think logically. And I've said it once and I'll say it again. Stop listening to the Masons on the TV. All of them. All of them. All of them. And I mean all. There's no good guys working behind the scenes. They're not executing celebrities. There's no people coming back and saying, look, we've been gone. No, it's all mind control. They want you to sit docile and wait for the heroes to come and save you. I have news for you. It's not happening. I'm the hero. You guys are the hero. We are the only white hats. None of the people on TV. I promise you. Not your Mel Gibsons, not your people making, not your Tim Ballards who made Sound of Freedom. None of them. None of them. They're all part of this
group. You don't get on TV unless you are. But of course, all this is for entertainment purposes. I just coincidentally found the exact 2 birthmarks.
I know it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe for some people that people can be that evil and continue to deceive the masses. But what does the Bible say? The Bible clearly says that Satan is the god of this world.
Mm-hmm.
So who do you think he picks? People that are willing to do the job to further his kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
People have to wake up. And I know that is the most difficult part out of all this is waking up the masses. For them to wake up and believe that they've been deceived. But I know it's difficult, but you still have to be screaming from the rooftops. You still have to be warning people. You have to be telling them what's going on. You can't be silent. And by all means, don't fall for everything that you hear on the television. Everything that is being broadcasted to you. All the information being relayed to you. You have to take a step back and use some critical thinking. Start asking questions and do your own investigation. Let me share one last video with you. If you can give me number 13. I don't know if this guy is that brave or I don't know. I just know I couldn't do this. But let me share this one with you.
Изумительные кадры. Том фу.
Не, не фу. Золотой такой, думаю, видео?
Фу.
I know the more time he spends with him, his days will be numbered. It's just an animal. I'm telling you, hey,
Yep.
Animals are unpredictable, especially a bear. He could have a bad day and it's over.
I mean, that's why he's an animal.
Yeah.
You can't, yeah.
But he's massive, you see that. Maybe that's why he's standing or sitting so still and not really moving because they don't want to make sudden movements.
Yeah.
Because he might put a whooping to me.
It's a neat video to watch.
I'll watch it from here.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't watch it from the same living room that he's in. Or same room, wherever he's at.
Yeah.
But guys, we just want you to use some critical thinking. We want you not to be operating on emotions like a lot of people are today. And ask questions. When somebody brings any type of evidence to you, look into it. Do your research. Find out, hey, do your own thinking. But yeah, we've been so blurry today. I'm not sure why. It is awful. But
all right, guys. Thank you again for tuning in, and have a great rest of your day. And we will see you on the next video.